Flyers are in. That's right. The 2026 Flyers in the postseason as they beat the Carolina Hurricanes tonight in a shootout, 3-2. I am here. I am ecstatic. Finally, we get some postseason hockey. Want to apologize. I kind of popped in over on the Fightins final. I was going to try to talk a little bit, but somehow my computer just shut off for me. I think I hit the button by accident. The whole thing just shut down. So I spent the rest of the time trying to get back on. I did listen to Maddie. And you know what? On an occasion like tonight with them making the playoffs, I wanted to talk to Maddie, but Maddie kind of got off out of there real quick. I wanted to see maybe he wanted to come join me for this. It is a special occasion. They do make the postseason, and as much work and effort as Maddie has put into this show, I think it's only right that he come aboard and talk this out. But he was great, and he went in and so here we go. We got a couple comments right here. Star Wars says, "I'm surprised of the Flyers. I wasn't. If you want to go back and watch our preview of this year, I said the Flyers would be a playoff team. I think that there was something about this team, and I'll tell you what, man, I love the fact that this team has been the hottest team coming out of the winter break, and they're playing very well right now. Dan Vladar, the star of tonight's game, without a doubt. Gave up 2 in the first period, really gathered himself after that. It just became a wall. I don't know if he's going to get mentioned for any Vezina trophies or anything like that, but man, let me tell you, this dude has been playing lights out now for a half a season. So tomorrow we probably will see Sam Harrison in that, and you know what? Vlad deserves a night off. He really does. Adam C saying, woo, Flyers win, bring on the Penguins. Yes, I cannot wait for this game, or this series. I hate Pittsburgh with a passion, just as much as they hate us. And, maybe we can get with Maddie and we can get with our counterparts out west there, the Pittsburgh Sports Desk guys, because they were kind of talking some trash on the Flyers, kind of leading into this weekend, their last show. So maybe we can get Will and John and the guys maybe get together and see what we can do about what it's going to be and how they think this series is going to go. Maddie checking in says, it's your honor, take it. Forster had a hell of a shot, a hell of a shift in the shootout, a hell of a shot in the shootout. Yeah, he did. He ripped it. I'll tell you what. I thought Zegras had him in the very first one. Puck just kind of got a little out the way. Same thing with Michkov. Let's talk about Matvei Michkov, too. Matvei Michkov, over these last handful of games, has been really, really playing all really good, two-way hockey for this team. And I know we kind of dogged him for how he came in and everything. He's just been a totally different player. Really, I'll say probably the last month or so, he's been a totally different player for this Flyers team, and they got him going. Let's keep it. I'm going to keep it real. This was a good win, but if Carolina is the best team, and I want you guys to answer this honestly, every game that the Flyers played Carolina this year has gone to overtime, with Carolina winning 3 of the 4. Flyers, getting their win tonight. But, that Carolina team, wow, man. For the guys that were missing out of their lineup, they are going to be scary good. They are scary good. It's going to be very hard to eliminate those guys, I think. I said it before, and I'm going to keep reiterating it. I think the Stanley Cup's going to be Dallas and those Carolina Hurricanes, and I have Dallas winning it. But they are scary good. So I'm so stoked though. I cannot wait. And what better opponent to open up the playoffs with than our cross-state rivals, Their captain doesn't like us, doesn't like our fans, and yes, he's got to endure hell for at least 2 games here. At least 2 games. So the way this Flyers team's been playing, you take a look at some of the teams that they've played. Okay, in this stretch, really from the end of the Winter Olympics until now. If you watch how they're playing, they can play with anybody, and they have. But there's also times where you look at them and go, Jesus God, like, what is it? You know? My partner in crime, Al Superior, checking in saying, I'm not going to repeat that, but let's effing go. Joe Hale says, Flyers versus Penguins either Friday or Saturday. If I'm knowing them, they're probably going to hold off until Saturday, do Saturday, Sunday off, and then probably have Tuesday, Wednesday here in Philly, which would be great. Congrats to the Flyers. Over Carolina. So let's get into the particulars of this game. Let's start by the scoring. And the scoring would kick off right away with about 8:41 left to go in the first period. 8:41 of the first period. Bradley Nadeau wrist shot would beat Sam Erickson with Nealers and Walker. Oh, buddy, Sean Walker getting the assist on that one, giving Carolina a 1-0 lead. Then on the power play at the 15:30 mark of the first period, Nathan Ehlers from Landstoven and Blake put Carolina up 2-0 on a wrist shot. And it would stay that way after the first period. Coming into the second period, Matvei Michkov from Denver Barkley and Noah Cates. And I'm going to say something about Denver Barkley when I'm done this. 7:57 mark, he takes a snapshot, beats the goaltender there for Carolina, cutting the lead to 2-1. And then Trevor Zegras at the 10:30 mark, a power play goal from Porter Martone and Tyson Forrester would tie that game up at 2, and it would stay that way all the way to the shootout when Tyson Forrester would rip his shot past the goaltender for Carolina. Your 3 stars of the game is Nathan Ehlers from Carolina, had a goal and 2 assists, or goal and an assist for 2 points. Matvei Michkov is your second star of the game with a goal, and then of course your game-winning goal scorer with 1 point, Tyson Forrester. So even though he scored a goal in the shootout, it doesn't count on your stat sheets. So that is your scoring. I will say this: the goaltending for the guy Busey, he had he only gave up 2 goals in the game. He had a .900 save percentage tonight. But the guy, I'm looking at here is Vladar. Vladar, a .923 save percentage, even strength goal 1, power play goal 1. Dan Vladar to me has been, God, he has been probably the best pickup that I can remember in a while. He's really, really starting to make his contract seem very, very illegitimate, really, right now. I will tell you this. Now, I will say this about Denver Barkey tonight. Denver Barkey, to me, showed me a lot. He didn't show up on the score sheet, but that kid was around the puck in the middle of the net, forcing turnovers. He must have made about 4 or 5 turnovers in the middle of the right in the Carolina zone. Carolina would be bringing it out, and he would try to strip him. He'd strip him of the puck. He was all over the place. He was very fast tonight. Kind of had a couple shots on net that was close. So he had a really all-around good game tonight. All right. Now, real quick, guys, let's go around the NHL because I just want to get the scores out of the way. Because once I get these scores out of the way, then it is all for you guys, and then we can continue on. So let's do this right here, right now. Right now, 1:47 left in the third period. The Stars lead the Maple Leafs 6-5, and I can only imagine being a Leafs fan right now. You probably want this season over as fast as possible. In St. Louis, it's the Blues 4, the Wild 3 as they just entered the second intermission. In Nashville right now, Predators hosting the Sharks. The Sharks with a 2-0 lead with about 13 and a half minutes left to go in regulation there. At the Madhouse in Chicago, it is the Sabres 2, the Blackhawks 1 with about 30 seconds left to go in the second period. Avalanche and Oilers, about a minute and a half left to go in that one in the first period. And the Kings with a 1-0 lead over the Kraken with about 7 minutes left to go in the first period. Guys, just getting underway. It was just getting underway. It's the Jets and the Golden Knights literally just getting underway. And you have the Lightning beating the Red Wings tonight by a final score of 4-3. You also have the Panthers edging the Rangers 3-2. And, of course, it was our Flyers winning 3-2 in a shootout. So there you have it, guys. There's your trip around the NHL scoreboard. Let's get back to your comments. Nooms checking in. What's up, Nooms? He says 2020 Kings without Quick. Okay. I'll take that. Adam C says Madhouse and South Philly. Both teams are there. Oh, Madhouse. Oh, yeah. Well, you got Phillies, Cubs, and then, yeah. Wow. Yeah, they didn't think that one through, did they? Al Safiri checking in. Al goes, I need Flyers playoffs on my life, or in my life, probably is what he meant to say. But, yep. Denver Barkley is your modern-day checking line guy with skill. I'll tell you what, he reminds me of Sean Paling, just a younger Sean Paling that we traded away. So, yeah. He said, if Rob DeMayo played in 2026, wow, that's a name from the past. Rob DeMayo, Jesus God. Good to see old teammates and coaching against one another. Yep. The Offspring checking in. He said, let's bring on those ice pigeons. I raised him well, didn't I? Do the Flyers rest like other sports? Listen, they're going to be rested tomorrow. Don't be surprised you see half of Lehigh Valley up here playing the game tomorrow. Blow Leafs below. Erison should play tomorrow. Oh, it's wrapped. Erison will be your starting goaltender tomorrow. So, because I think Tippett sits tomorrow. I think he does too. Well, they might be calling Allentown and just be like, look, just send like half your roster up. You know. He goes, me saying I raised him right. Kind of. He's a Giants fan. Yeah, there's nothing I can do about that now. You know, we all have to learn to make our own mistakes in life. He became a Giants fan. That's his mistake. Can they play Berglund tomorrow? I don't know. They did call somebody up from the Phantoms. I think it might have been Berglund that they called up. They just didn't dress him. So maybe they do play him tomorrow. You know, play him and Nesbitt tomorrow. We got to retire Crosby. That would be nice. That would be nice. I just cannot wait. I cannot wait. You know, I think this Flyers team, I think they got a very favorable matchup in the first round. The Eastern side is just so, I don't know. It's really weird. The Western Conference has got like 3 teams, and they're all in the same division. It's Colorado, Dallas, and Minnesota. Everybody else is just kind of there. Like if the Flyers would have been in the Western Conference, they would have sealed up a playoff spot like a week ago. You know, but it's really crazy. Now, with the Flyers doing that, there's 2 things that we can definitely be rest assured of. The great Alex Ovechkin will not be in the postseason this year, as they will fall short. And of course, the Columbus Blue Jackets are out. Excuse me. Excuse me. So he said, where's that? Juracek will play tomorrow for sure. Yeah, I think he was called up too. Are you going to try and go to playoff hockey? Probably not, Adam, because I'll probably be here on the call, whether it be this or the Fightins final. So it's not like it was when we were over at EOP. EOP, we had a little bigger network of guys and had guys that were willing to kind of switch off. It's just me, Al, and Maddie for the Philly side, and then you have John and Will taking care of the Pittsburgh side. For the guys out there, and Ed too. John, Will, and Ed taking care of the Pittsburgh side. So, there's not many guys here, and it's a wrap. So I'd probably be watching it at home. I want to see the Penguins stuffy hung again at Game 3, 2012 all over again. Nooms, he has gone in a different direction. He has his own show, the Pat Bernard Show, and you can see it on TikTok. And I do believe he has a new co-host with him. So, but yeah, that's where Pat's at. He decided to kind of do his own brand. So, we wish him the best. He's still our buddy, but Pat wants to do certain things, and that's kind of like where we went with that. So, but hey, I try to watch him as much as I can. Pat's got some odd start times. I love him to death, but he's got some odd start times. But all right, guys. Well, he left the Matty Colt. Yeah, man. Listen, sometimes you just want to do your own thing, and that's kind of where it went with him. We still love him, we still break his stones. I just sent a picture of him. He was wearing a cowboy hat and a Flyers shirt. So somewhere out in Colorado, it looks like he's got all these white snow-capped mountains behind him. What do you expect? Pat was weird anyway. This is true. Guys who I never seen a guy who likes the bigger the hot dog, the more smiles he got on his face. I don't know. But all right, guys, Flyers win tonight 5-2. I am with you again tomorrow, right after the final whistle of the Flyers and Habs. Do I think it's going to be a useless event? Probably. Montreal's going to be coming in here buzzing because they are in a fight for their division with Buffalo. So that should be really good. And also, Big Al, I might jump over to the Phillies too, just to razzle Al a little bit. But Al will have you on the call over there for the Fightins final right after the final pitch. So make sure you guys tune in for that. And then this is the rest of the week. And tomorrow seems to be very busy because not only do you got Gridiron Weekly with Ed and JP and Will. Then you come in, you have Phillies and Cubs. Al has you covered on that. I got you covered with the Flyers. And then around 10:30, the man, the myth, the legend, Matty B returns with his show, The Final Word. So, a very action-packed day tomorrow. So make sure you guys tune in for that, man. Definitely a winnable series. I believe you. I do, Nooms. I think this thing can go. So he said deuces. Matt says I'll probably have a scoreless final, probably. Yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be a rough night for Philly sports tomorrow, dude. I don't think the Phillies put up 13 runs today, so they probably won't score 13 runs in the next 21 days. Matty B looks like Clear the Ice will continue longer. Yes, it will. For at least 2 more games. We have at least 2 more games. So, yeah, cannot wait. I got smile from ear to ear. Cannot wait tonight. Big shout out to the crowd down there tonight, too. Huge shout out. Coming through the TV, it felt like a playoff atmosphere down there. And you could just see, even when they went down 2-0, that crowd was fired up and had that place rocking. So if that's how it's going to be, now I can only imagine. So, checking for full year's tickets tonight. Oh boy, here he goes. My kid's about to go out there for Flyers tickets. Oh, you're checking for Flyers tickets right now. Oh, good luck with that. Oh man, that playoff scenario is going to be. Whew. Well, kid, if you're checking out playoff tickets, you're taking your old man. All right, guys, Flyers win 3-2. Make sure you stay tuned. Well, no, don't stay tuned for nothing because Maddie's off for the rest of the night. Be back here tomorrow starting 6 o'clock. Like I said, Gridiron Weekly with Ed, JP, and Will. Make sure you check those guys out. Me and Al will have you covered on the post games being Fighting's Final and Clear the Ice. And then Matty B comes back with his show, the final word. So you got a full night tomorrow night. We will see you guys then. Have a great rest of your Monday night. Flyers back in the postseason. And man, I can't wait. Bring on them damn Ice Pigeons.